there, my name is Chelsea and I play Nameless on The Natural Ones. This is your recap for episode 7, Promises, Promises. It was an early start for the Old Mountain Dews as dawn broke over Sestead the day after the Luminescence Festival. Clickwhistle raided the pantry and struck out to meet the children, who were also moral spies, by the spire. However, she never told them when to meet up, so surprisingly, they didn't show. So instead, she opted for leaving the sandwiches and a note written in her own blood.
Fucking kids. Can't get any fucking shit. Anyway, can I... Oh, I guess I don't have like a tough word to take the... I'm really having some trouble today, guys. Sorry.
Paper. Like parchment paper is what I was...
It's like packaged around it,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
Alright, cool.
Sure.
Do I have a pen?
Do you have a pen?
It's not on my...
You have feather and blood.
Jesus Christ! I love it.
I kind of do too.
It's scary as fuck.
No, I just love
Here's
leaving...
your sandwiches.
I know. Leaving a note
Fucking
in blood
Vincent Price,
for children
piece of
on
shit.
sandwiches.
Outside, like, the important government building.
Yeah. It's like one government liaison. Oh, sweet sandwiches.
I know.
Oh, awesome.
After tidying up her pet ferret, Haru, Nameless and Lolly returned to the pet store to prove how totally responsible and ready for pets they are. But, unfortunately, they found it closed. Back at the mansion, Philip used his morning to investigate the saddle he won at the festival joust. It has not one, but 3 bags of holding. 1 cold, 1 a vacuum, and 1 that was just real big. Afterwards, he studied up on the continent at large, specifically the distance between Sestead and Rakia. The gang then decides to get Liam a get well present. Knowing how much he loves lodestones, they pay a visit to the local sexy dexy drow, Nerith, to see what he's got. At Nerith, they commissioned a small ring with a lodestone that would allow the wearer to see through unseen barriers.
What sort of ring are you asking me to craft the ring?
I mean, you're the only one with the skill set, but like we don't have like a ton of money, so like we could just throw it in a...
Well, yes.
Could paperclip it, but like I mean...
Or maybe a necklace.
Yeah!
Well, it is dependent on what you would like it to do. What you would like. That's more of what I mean. The facet for a lodestone would fit either of those things in the same way.
Is there like a protecty lodestone, or like a lodestone that does something cool?
You have to be a little bit more specific.
Cool.
Is there a lodestone that lets you see things that aren't there?
That's smart.
It could certainly be pushed to do so, yes.
Afterwards, they continue to shop, getting some much-needed armor for Private Flanagan and Panther, as well as some survival supplies. Clickwhistle broke from the group to revisit her sandwich spot, only to find that the sandwiches were gone. Catching a glimpse of a small, cloaked figure, she followed it all the way back to Moral's shop. She decided to fall back and gather more information before making another move. When she rejoined the group, they were busy purchasing gardening supplies for the house. They spent the rest of the morning making a tidy garden in the mansion's backyard while Liam remained to be seen. The next morning, Clickwhistle and Philip investigated the mysterious barrel that the Sultan, a local shady crime lord, had charged the group with delivering after bringing back Wolf 2 from the dead. Inside were thin, dried leaves that neither had ever seen before. The group decided that it was finally time to make good on their delivery. Hopefully, they weren't like drugs that were supposed to, I don't know, help people or something. All began to prepare for their trip with the exception of Liam, who was still processing the fact that he had lost his left eye in the joust and thus decided to stay home. Before they could go, they ran into Yvonne, who told them that the mansion needed to be moved. Urgently. Through the conversation, the group learned of Yvonne's personal tragedy. Her sibling, Moral, no longer speaks to her because of an accident that caused Yvonne to drown. She was only brought back to life when Nerith, yes, that Nerith, found her body and helped revive her.
The water is very cold.
Did you not originally leave the water breathing?
No.
Did Moral find you?
Sort of.
Sort of.
It was not only the thing that ended my life. It was also the thing that ended courtship.
Did Nerith find
Yes. Yes.
It was also learned that that was the reason why Moral and Nerith's courtship ended. Yvonne plans to move the house as quickly as possible, worried that their magical mansion would be discovered. So now you're all caught up for episode 8. Remember to tune in on Twitch on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to be the first to catch the action.